So I have a 15-minute workout, which I would call the beginner's version of this type of workout for you today. So if you are needing something to get you up off the couch, if you're working from home, or um, you're not quite sure what to do with yourself since you can't go to the gym, um, this is a great, very simple, well, not as simple as it could be. It's sort of maybe a level 2 simple version of a workout, and it really is 15 minutes. And I will tell you how to make that a longer workout when I put all the details in the description. But for now, with the tutorial, it'll be about 20 minutes. Um, Once you get used to this type of workout, if you start doing these workouts, you will do a warm up first, and then you will just get into this workout, and you will finish with whatever stretches you need. I'm going to go over very, very, very simple warm up and stretches, which I normally do not do, but I've been doing this style of workout with my clients for about three years now, maybe close to 4. And we all really love it. They're quick, simple, efficient, and they do get you a little bit hot and sweaty. So it's basically strength training, resistance training with a cardio workout, with a cardio element to it. I'm going to use a band today, and you can use dumbbells, water bottles, whatever you have on hand. And I will time it for you today. And it is going to be a quick move from exercise to exercise, less than 10 seconds. I am in my bedroom at the area that I do have room to work out in, because we're both working from home, and Chris is in the living room. So I think all of these workouts are going to move to the cabana starting next week. But I do want to show you that you can use the tiniest amount of room to get a workout in. You don't necessarily need like a whole lot of space. And what I normally tell people is, like, if you can lay down with your arms extended and you can twirl around, Wonder Woman twirl, that's all the room you really need to get in a good workout. So I'm going to use the band, but we're going to start. Let me start my stopwatch, and we're going to start very, very simple warm-up, and then I will go over the tutorial, and then we'll go through the whole workouts. There is a kitten running around in here, so she may jump in, interrupt, eat the band. So, I don't know what kind of craziness is going to happen when this one is around, but she is always entertaining, and she is absolutely adorable. So I'm starting my timer. Should be 20 minutes from now, from start to finish, with the tutorial. All right. Basic warm-up would be about 20 knee lifts. If you're a little bit newer to exercise, I really want you to do minimum 5 minutes. If you are intermediate or you've been working out for a while, you can do about 3 minutes, because you kind of know the amount of energy to put into it to get your body warmed up. So second warm-up exercise is just going to be butt kicks. And you can really reach, you can twist, or you can just kind of pull and lift your legs. I call this Jane Fonda aerobics warm-up. All right, so you did that. And we're going to kind of warm up the outside of the hips. So all I want you to do is bring that knee in, tap your toe. I usually do a few extra on my right side because it is always stiff and it needs a little extra love and care. All right, so I'm really doing about 20 of each of these, and then I want you to do alternating overhead reaches for about 20. The warm-up is really going to be not quite 3 minutes for this, because I'm not actually counting. I'm just watching the timer. And then we're just going to go side to side, pivot on those toes, balls of your feet, or you can just do like this, whichever feels better for you. I'm a pivoter because the years of kickboxing has made me a pivoter. All right, and then I want you to start by arms backwards, just like this, big arm circles. And I want you to move from side to side, like you're doing a side lunge. I call this one the matrix. And you're just gonna go side to side to side, and then bring it down to these, do you remember elementary school PE? Windmills, kind of whatever speed feels good for you. All right. And this workout is going to be a little bit different for everyone. You are going to hear me breathing hard, mostly because I have a heart condition and my heart rate goes up really quickly and with little effort. So let's go through the tutorial. I want you to take your band, if you're using a band. If you're using dumbbells, you're just going to hold the dumbbells sort of right here, sort of slightly below chest level. If you're using the band, you're going to bring it across your back and hold again, like chest level. And we're just going to do side to side lunges. That'll be easier on some people's knees than stepping to the side and doing side lunges. So we're going to go side, lunge, and then we're going to twist and punch. Other side, twist with a punch. Back to this side, twist with a punch. And then back to this side, twist with a punch. I may change that as I'm doing it and do all on one side, but I do think the alternating side is a little bit better. You have to think about it a little bit more. All right, so then you're going to stand on your band. If you're going to use dumbbells, you are going to cross the weight sort of in front of you, right in front of your knees as you're doing this Romanian style deadlift, which is typically a straight leg deadlift. And you want to keep your hands at your hip level. You're going to lean forward, push that butt back. As you come up, you're going to row down as far as you can comfortably. Stand up, squeeze that butt, and row. And row. All right, this where it gets a little bit more fun, where you may or may not be able to see me very well. I will try to make it so that you can. And with dumbbells, I'll show you with using weights and with using the band. Okay, you can see me. I'm pretty proud. All right, so we're going to do dead bugs. I like to do it with the band because I feel like it works my back a little bit better. So you want knees up, hands to the air. If you're using a dumbbell, I'm just going to hold your dumbbell. You're going to opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach all the way back. Reach all the way back to the floor. Drop your leg as far as you can comfortably. And then you would do the other side. So since I'm using the band, I'm only going to do one side at a time. Put my foot in the band and wrap it around the back side of my hand and arms up and really squish, squish, squish that lower back into the floor and extend that leg out, arm out, and then right back. So it's going to look pretty easy, but then it's going to get hard. So, but try to keep this knee and foot at a 90-degree angle, and then really blow out as you press out. And that was me not so gracefully trying to change the band from one leg to the other, but that's just how it is sometimes. So for each of these exercises, I want you to pay attention to how quickly you're moving from exercise to exercise. I really want it 10 seconds or less. It's going to be about 10 seconds to get yourself on the floor and get set up for the dead bug. And I'm going to go through each exercise 3 times, and I'm going to tell you to count in your head so that you do the same amount of reps on either side, which really only matters for exercise 1 and exercise 3. All right, so about 10 seconds and we will get started. I'm going to start by going to the right. All right, let's go. So side lunge, twist and a punch, other side, twist and a punch, lunge, twist and a punch, this side, twist and a punch. So I'm going to have to think about it a whole lot to make sure that I don't do the same side every time. But try to get as low as you can, whatever feels comfortable, and give me that punch. See, I did the same side. So other side, punch, right, punch. I'm going to have to say right and left, punch. And I should not necessarily talk through this whole thing, but maybe I will. My timer is going to turn off and I won't be able to see it. So I'm just going to have to get creative. And see, I'm too busy talking. All right, so that's exercise 1. Exercise 2, step on that band or grab your dumbbells. Cross those hands over. You're going to deadlift, really row those arms backwards. And how far down you can get comfortably is going to depend on how flexible you are. Most of the time I am partway down my shin, and sometimes I can only go as far as my knees. So you figure that out for yourself. Squeeze that butt. Push those hips forward and pull those arms backwards like you're trying to squeeze a walnut with your shoulder blades. And one more, and I'm going to pop down on the floor with my timer. I'm going to do left leg this time for 30 seconds, and then we'll do right leg for 30 seconds. All right, this is where I get to hold the camera. It should be quicker than this, but I don't. I normally use a different timer when I'm doing these. All right, so arms up, legs up, stretch it out. Really breathe out as you drop that arm and leg to the floor. And this is a really fantastic one for your deep core muscles. We'll do one more. All right, switch legs, switch arms, and here we go again. Again, with this lower body exercise, it's going to take a little bit longer as you transition from the floor, from standing to the floor, and from side to side. And I want to say there's one more. All right, so from here we're going to take 1 minute rest between sets. So that means you can either catch your breath. I'm moving my mat because I just keep stumbling on it. You can catch your breath or grab some water. You can kind of march around. You can kind of dance around, whatever feels good for you, for 1 minute. And a few years ago, this was most of my workouts. I did this style of workout like many days of the week because I love them, because they're short and sweet, really get you sweaty, burn some calories, and it tends to be a total body workout. All right, I have probably 10 more seconds, And I think for this set, I'm going to do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. And I do often tell my clients to figure it out for themselves, how they want to do set to set to set. So I'm going to start by going to the left for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to start by going to the right for 30 seconds. So I'm going to do left, twist and punch, left, twist and punch. Again, you probably do not need me to continually talk, but I mean, I guess the other thing you can do is listen to the saws, the construction that's happening outside. Usually when you're doing these 1 minute per side or 30 seconds per side, it's about 15 to 20 reps. Going to the other side now. But again, that's where you gotta count so that you can figure out how many reps work best for you. And I am going a little bit slower than I normally would, as I am, hold on, 2 more. I'm busy talking. All right, step on that band. Try to make it quick as you can. Crisscross those bands and push that booty out. Push that booty forward and pull. Really pull your hands to either side of your waist. And just think about your shoulder blades are trying to crack a walnut. And normally I use a timer that tells me when there's a minute, when my minute is up, but it looks like the one I normally use recently changed some things in its most recent update. So I got to figure that out over the weekend. All right. So again, make it quick as you are moving from exercise to exercise. Legs up, arms up, press your back into the ground, press your back into the floor, and extend. For this exercise, it's about 10 to 12 or 15 reps based on how quick you're going. So I'm going to do 2 more. Switch sides and right, back, at it. This is one of these great exercises my physical therapist gave me some years ago. And I have found when I use the band, I am really able to focus on it a little bit more. Really keeping those abdominal muscles squeezed and butt and back pressed into the floor. All right. You get 1 minute rest, or about 55 seconds at this point. Let me see if I want to do an actual timer as opposed to using the stopwatch. All right, you might feel a little bit warm, a little bit sweaty, maybe a tiny bit out of breath, and how out of breath you are going to be is going to be based on the effort you put into every single one of your repetitions and every single one of your sets. Heavier band, heavier weight, a little faster repetitions will increase your calorie burn, increase your repetitions, and all that kind of good stuff. So I got about 5 seconds, Miss Juju, and I'm going to try the side to side and see if I can keep going with that. But we'll just see. I'm going to go to the left first. So I'm going to left side, twist and a punch, right, twist and a punch. And I'm probably just going to have to say this in my head so that I can stay on track. And this is a great, get that lower body. See, I did the same side. So now I'm going to do 2 on the left side. Lower body, arms, chest, and abs. Hold on, I gotta pay attention to the clock. And really give me some oomph with every single one of these twists and punches. A few more seconds. So I'm gonna do 1 more on each side, or make that 2 more on each side. All right, now we're gonna quickly switch to those deadlifts. Again, really want it less than 10 seconds. And squeeze that booty. Let those hamstrings stretch out. Squeeze the booty. Squeeze the abs. Pull those arms back. And really work on that posterior chain. And great exercises for your lower back and to really work the bottom of your booty muscles and your hamstrings. 2 more. And I'm going to pop myself right down on the floor. And I am going to do 12 on each side. If you're doing these a little bit faster, you're a little bit stronger, try to get to 15. If you were more of a beginner, try to keep it to 10, but really breathe out. And if you're new to this exercise, push your legs straight out and don't necessarily drop it to the floor, because that requires a little more strength and a little more muscular endurance than you may have at the moment. That's 10. And I do count on my fingers so that I can talk and keep track of what I'm doing. All right, press that back. Squeeze those abs. Try not to let this other foot get lazy and drop. And my back is telling me it is quite tired at the moment. 3 more. All right. And that is basically the beginner's number of sets. And I will tell you how to make it more intermediate and a little bit more advanced if you are interested. And I'm already at 21 and a half minutes, so I'm going to give it another 30 seconds just to kind of like cool down the tiniest bit. And then we're going to do 3, maybe 4 stretches. Again, as you start doing these, you will do your own warm up You will do your own stretches, but I will also provide a warm up and stretching for before and after. But once you get used to it, you'll kind of know what to do. First stretch is going to be a calf stretch. Press that lower foot, that back foot, heel to the ground, and really like push your hips forward. And I want you to hold it for a count of 10. Like actual count of 10, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because that's about 6 seconds. All right, other side. And you might find that holding on to a wall, piece of furniture, actually helps. You get a better stretch. Like if I stand like this, it's not quite so great, but if I have something to press against too, then I can really focus on pressing that foot down and stretching out that calf muscle, like getting lots of length there. Okay, simple hamstring stretch, feet together, push one toe up, heel down, and you're going to bend this knee, push your butt backwards. If that feels like a great stretch, keep it there. If you need more stretch, I want you to reach down and touch your toe. And switch to the other side. And this is how I want you to count. Either one big breath in for 10 times, or 1,000, 2 1,000, or 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, whatever version of that you want to do. All right, now we're going to do a chest stretch. So reach your hands behind your back and try to push your hips forward a little bit. Push your chest out. If it feels good, look up to the ceiling. And some of you can really push your arms out. I currently can't, so still working on it. All right, so I did used to be able to get my arms like way out here. But anyway, that's another story. Just a simple side stretch. One toe out to the side, this toe pointing forward, hand on or forearm on the thigh, and just kind of like reach. In 10 seconds. That always feels, this is one of my most favorite stretches. And switch to the other side, toe that way, forearm on the thigh, reach up and bend. Some of you can only bend this far, some of you can bend really well. This is kind of the one place in my body where I'm naturally flexible, so I can get most of the way over. But anyway, as I've talked a lot, this has taken longer than I expected. I was hoping it was only going to be 20 minutes. But with the tutorials and trying to quickly switch from side to side and pay attention to the clock instead of having a timer going, it took me a few extra minutes. But again, this was the basic 3-set workout. And I will put all the other details in the description. And hopefully you will join me another time for this workout, or this style of workout. Enjoy your Friday, stay hydrated, get some fresh air, wash your hands, and stay many feet away from people out in public. I'll see you soon.